Hi, this is Ruth Royal from Youth Pledge for Employers, and I'm really delighted to be here today with Jack Tricker, who is Engagement Officer at Eastern Angles Theatre Company. Hello, Jack. Lovely to meet you.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So first of all, Jack, tell us a little bit about what Eastern Angles Theatre Company does.
Yeah, no problem. So Eastern Angles, we are based in Ipswich, just off
Right.
Brantford Road, in a small lane called Gatacre Road, and we've been running as a company for around about 40 years now. And
Wow.
yeah, quite a long time. And
That's
in a
amazing.
nutshell, we combine heritage with theatre. Within that role, we make these regional stories which look at the hidden history of Suffolk, and what it means to be from Suffolk. And then we bring our work to life on stage, but also through other aspects of theatre, so whether that be community work, but also site-specific theatre, and street theatre as well. So yeah, we provide this
Wow.
professional rural touring site-specific work, with a focus on new writing, focus on new audiences, and a particular focus on developing new talent in and around the area.
That just sounds absolutely brilliant. And what an amazing thing to be doing, to be capturing sort of your county in that way. And it
Mm.
strikes me that probably you've got people doing lots of different jobs there as part of that to kind of realise that. Would you talk us through some of the different kind of roles that people have and the skills maybe that they need to do them?
Yeah, absolutely, that's fine. So we are a relatively small team, and I think with the workload that we have going on in a year, it can always sometimes be quite full on. But just to give you a general overlook of the team itself, we're split into certain departments. So for example, my role is engagement, so I will speak a bit more about it later
Yeah.
on. But my role kind of focuses on community outreach and making sure that we are
Right.
representing the community, specifically the Westgate ward where we are based. So my work is about involving the schools in the work we do, particular focus on giving young people access to roles and access to
Fantastic.
certain arts projects. And then we have the theatre work, the theatre management, so whether
Yeah.
that is directing, whether that is booking our tours, because a lot of our spring tours are based in and around different local village halls in and around
Oh,
Suffolk.
wow.
So there's a lot of admin which goes into the booking of
I
these
bet
tours.
there is.
Yeah, and also we have a lot of spaces which are available to other organisations to use. So we work with a lot of different charities and different organisations that do use our space as well. So it's about making sure that they are being looked after and having the support that they need. So that's kind of like the theatre world, so to speak. And then we have technical and production, so
Right.
producing of the work. Our production manager does a lot of the work supporting the actors, and making sure that the show is up and running. And then we have our technical side as well, so making sure that the tech is ready. It kind of says it does what it says on the tin, really. And then we have marketing and digital communications. So yeah, making sure that the shows are being shouted about and the opportunities are being shouted about online. And then finance, so making sure that everything is ticking over financially. So that's the main roles which we have in the organisation. We're only a team of around about 10 people,
Right.
so it is incredibly small. But I think in regards to any young people who are maybe interested in working with us as an organisation, I think it's important to say in regards to skills that we are very interested in people that do have a passion for the arts sector in particular, and also a passion for a wide range of opportunities, whether that be community-based work, touring work, as I said before, Suffolk-based stories and how that can benefit the community. We're also looking for young people that are self-starters as well.
Right.
You know, being a small team, we think it's important that you can use your initiative, and you can communicate with the team about what needs doing, because there is always stuff that more than enough stuff that needs to be happening. And I think with that as well comes this need and a willingness to learn new skills, because there are an incredible range of different opportunities which are available within the companies, and as I said, different departments, different sectors. So making sure that you are willing to throw yourself into different opportunities and try new
Yeah.
things, we find that really important. um I think as well, social skills, just making sure that as a small team, working alongside different organisations, working alongside quite a close-knit community, whether that be young people coming into the space, parents coming into the space, local organisations coming in, making sure you are that friendly face for those organisations and you can support them in whatever way necessary. We do pride ourselves in this. We are a very communicative and very sociable organisation, so making sure that you are on the front line as a friendly face is always important. And yeah, coming into the organisation with new ideas is never goes amiss either. I think we're never discriminatory to age and that connection with new ideas, and you know, coming in with a passion or a motivation for a certain thing that excites us. So yeah, those are the range of skills that we're really looking for, to be honest.
Wow, that just sounds fantastic, and what a brilliant operation. And I'm really interested as well in because we've talked to all different sorts of employers, so it's really interesting to be talking from a theatre perspective as well. And I wondered about the kind of the technical production skills and those sorts of things that people might want to get into. Are there particular courses, or is there anything that's like particularly helpful that you can do to study in that area? I don't know enough about that to sort of be helpful. I
Yeah.
think just.
So I mean, we don't necessarily offer like opportunities where training opportunities, so to speak, but what we do, we do work quite closely alongside colleges, in particular Suffolk New College, where they do have their performing arts departments there, where there are a range of opportunities there, not just in regards to performance, on stage performance, but all the other technical aspects which are required because of that. And I think what we offer, sorry, as an organisation is we can allow you to put that learning into practice.
Yeah, that's really useful, isn't it? I mean, really, and it sounds like a really supportive environment as well to do that in.
It is, and I think we're touring, either touring or performing in our own theatre space majority of the year, so there's always opportunities to really get stuck in. As I said before, we probably have with freelancers involved maybe a 4 or 5 strong team of people who have come through the ranks. So we have had young people who have worked in our technical department who now are freelancers.
Wow, that's amazing.
For our touring production. So it's proofs in the pudding that, you know, these young people have been given the opportunities to learn their craft with us and then gone on to do some really cool, exciting touring productions with us in the future.
And what a fantastic sort of first step into that environment, like you say, putting your skills into practice and then being able to develop them as you go. Oh, that sounds absolutely brilliant. Do you think that there's anything sort of in particular that is challenging about the industry that you're in?
Yeah, I think you definitely have to move with the times. I think there's especially when it's been an organisation which has been around for 40 years. You know, we're now on our way out of a pandemic. There's been a lot of changes to the way in which we engage with our audiences and engage with our communities, and I think you just have to be on your toes really with that and just make sure that you're creating work which moves alongside the ever-changing world that we're living in, which is not always easy. I think with that as well comes it being quite a hard working space to be in. You have to work hard, you have to constantly
physically and mentally, I guess, for some of that as well.
And it's about always using your initiative, about thinking, okay, well, this project is great and it's working, what's the next thing we can be working on? I think you always need to be 2, 3, 5 steps ahead of the game almost, which, you know, can prove difficult. But I think if you've got a supportive environment and you are motivated by the work that you're trying to deliver, I think when you deliver that and it happens, the final product trumps the hard work which you've put in throughout the 6-7 months working towards that project. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds brilliant. And I guess probably, like, as we kind of draw to a close, I'm probably interested, Jack, to hear sort of your reflections on your own journey, and in the sense that if you were to go back and have a conversation with young Jack about your career, like as you were just starting off from leaving school, what bit of careers advice would you give yourself, do you think?
Gosh, I think I when I was younger, I was part of the New Wolsey Young Company, which the New Wolsey is another theatre which is based in Ipswich, which gave me an incredible amount of opportunities. But I think before I started there, my understanding of theatre was acting was the only route into theatre,
Yeah.
which was great, and I really enjoyed that. But it didn't give me the satisfaction in the arts which I wanted. And I think being able to be nurtured by a young company and professionals which are giving young people these opportunities to learn new skills, that's when I learned actually I want to go into applied theatre and go into roles surrounding how we can use the application of the arts to better certain communities.
Yeah.
Within that kind of young company that I was part of, I was allowed to I was exposed to prison theatre work, working in prisons. I was exposed to running workshops, and that was before I went to university and whilst I was still in college and still in
Wow.
school. So I think trying to find these roles, these opportunities where you're allowed to try things out away from maybe acting being the only route in. I think as well, it's always that difficulty, especially now, that it can be seen as not very financially viable to be going into the arts. And I think that, for me personally, I mean, people might not agree, but I think that's complete nonsense. I think there is so many incredible opportunities available and a wide variety of opportunities which can not only make you follow a career path that you're excited in, but also give you financial security and make you make you develop your career moving forward. And I think that's what we're trying to do with the organisation at the moment, creating more opportunities for 18 to 25-year-olds, so they're staying put within the area and they are having opportunities which are benefiting their career but also financially viable. So yeah, I think it was always acting, but now, knowing the support I had, I knew the opportunities I could have. And I think now it's about knowing what I know and how can I give that to more young people in the future.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it sounds like you've taken all those opportunities that have come along and run with them. So thank you so much for sharing your time today. It's just been fascinating to speak to you, Jack.
More than welcome. Thank you so much.